Welcome back to Lars Gagner Linux Gaming. Lars tried the quiet and sneaky way. Well, didn't quite work out the way we planned. Hey, but we got stuff done. We need to go to SSNN and go talk to David. So let's get that done. Sometimes stealthy just gets tiring. And I'm a big fan of stealth games.
Can I leave the stove on?
Don't worry, I can go.
Hey.
Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay.
Hey, David.
Can I help you?
Oh, yeah. Everything on this slate is true, and the settled systems need to know about it.
Is that so? Spoken like a true tabloid reporter. What's this so-called story about?
Well, I think Infinity Ltd's growing body count due to unauthorized human trials says it all.
Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim.
Well, of course, I wouldn't expect SSNN just to believe Perfect Stranger.
Perfect stranger or not, we won't air anything without some sort of hard evidence. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence.
I can't reveal my sources. I'm sure as a reporter you understand that.
Of course. I just hope your source is as reliable as you think they are. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source?
Just a concerned citizen.
Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
All right. Thank you, David. We're hungry. In fact, I think what we really need to do is get on that ship. Rest up, get some food, get some water, and then go talk to the boss. She's gonna be upset because, well, we didn't exactly do it the quiet way. We did it my way.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, good to see you, Amelia.
By now, you're probably...
Yeah, we need some sleep.
tired of seeing this face.
Okay.
Me too.
You, my love, are truly.
Okay. Some alien tea and an alien scramble, and let's get out of here.
Something special.
The encore. All right.
You in a buying mood today?
No. Let's go face the music.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Okay.
Don't cause any trouble.
Dalton? You don't want to talk to me. Okay, fine. Sorry about that. Spam call. Okay. Masako.
I believe you were specifically told that we did not want a body count on this assignment.
Whoops. I didn't intend for anything to happen.
If only intent mattered. All the tools at your disposal, and yet here we are. I hope you at least attempted to use the internal neuroamp,
Well, yeah, it was useful.
and yet not useful enough to avoid a body count? Still, it's good to know the applications are proving themselves. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news.
Yeah.
Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Citizens of New Atlantis were shocked today when an unidentified assailant left several dead at the Infinity LTD building. The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic.
Oh.
Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Well, there you go.
This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members.
Oh,
Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom.
so I can sell them short?
This gives us the opportunity to win a little more public
Oh,
faith.
I thought you were gonna sell short. Ryujin buys Infinity Ltd. No one loses their job.
Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
You're welcome. Here I thought Ryujin might be doing the right thing for once.
It is the right thing for Ryujin. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them.
Oh. You want me to use the internal neuroamp on board members?
Yes, that's exactly what it's designed for. The bright side being, they'll never know.
I'll talk to them, but I can't make any... I'm not going to use the internal neuroamp on my coworkers.
Fine. Whether or not you use the internal neuroamp is up to you, but I still want results. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision.
Oh,
I trust you'll get it done.
okay.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Okay.
I've got my eye on you.
You.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work.
I feel like you just want to be difficult.
If I wanted to be difficult, I could make this much harder on you. But no, this is more than just some petty ploy. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished.
Misako's a better CEO than you'll ever be.
I'll overlook your poorly educated statement. For now. Throwing your competitor a lifeline when they're about to crash and burn hardly seems wise.
Listen to reason, Lara. You know acquiring Infinity is the right choice.
Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting.
Speaking of, I plan on bringing up the internal neuroamp as an issue in the meeting.
An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down.
The internal neuroamp's dangerous. That tech only spells trouble for Ryujin's future.
Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
Okay. It's time to lobby the board members. Okay. Let's see who else we got. Hey,
If
Vina.
operation starts to bore you, let me know. You'd make a perfect lab rat for the R&D team. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope.
No, I'm used to waking up at strange places.
Reminds me of my undergrad days. I mean, I assume you're joking, right? I'll have to get that documented and we'll definitely want to run a few tests if not. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Being in this tech is dangerous. No one should have this sort of power.
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work.
You're a scientist, hear me out. Just look at it from every angle.
Fine, fine. Make your case.
I know you covered all your bases in your research. You know the data against it is there.
There's always data against something, no matter how innocuous.
The internal neuroamp backfires, your reputation will be ruined.
But I only created it. I wouldn't be the one that actually used it to do harm.
If there's enough public outrage, you might never work again.
No, I'm definitely not sure about risking my career over this. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect.
You're not a monster. You got lost in excitement of discovering something new.
It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd. be?
Let's use research method. There's bound to be something inspiring or new in their research.
That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
All right. Hey.
If only there were more hours in the day. Hey. Great, the bane of my department. If you need something, make it quick.
You don't like all the shooting. How am I the bane of your department?
You don't recall our conversation after you were hired?
No.
Any legal troubles you cause are my troubles? Steer clear of law enforcement? You've been very busy, and therefore I've been very busy.
Oh. Well, I'm just here to ensure you make the right decisions in the meeting.
Choose your words carefully. If you expect me to respond to threats, you're sadly mistaken. Now, I can only assume you're referring to Infinity Ltd., and there's only one right decision regarding that corporation. Complete dissolution.
Legal issues aside, the pros of acquiring Infinity Ltd. far outweigh the cons.
All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset.
Commerce. Business benefits far outweigh any legal issues. Credits are king.
When it comes to profit, I suppose all my arguments do fall short.
You know the benefits of acquiring Infinity are greater than the disadvantages.
That's a decent argument. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me.
Yeah.
Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom.
Nah. If you want a real legal nightmare, I'd say the internal neuramp fits that bill.
Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight.
Correct.
I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage.
Good. Agreed. Colonel Neuramp never should have seen the light of day.
Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako's lucky to have you at her disposal, even if you are a continual thorn in my side.
Alrighty.
You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
Okay. Hey, marketing.
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side?
Yep. Depends on whose side you're on.
Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd. while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light.
Good. Coming to the rescue of all those innocent workers will really look good for us.
I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year.
I'm actually here to discuss more than just Infinity Ltd.
Well, you have my attention.
The internal neuroamp, that research should be banned.
The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from.
You'll never be able to fight off the amount of moral backlash.
You're right. The moment you violate your customers' trust, there's a good chance they'll never come back. Even worse, you push them into the hands of your competitors. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
All right, good. Who else? Hey, Dalton.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome.
Oh, yeah. I was told to use the internal neuroamp to make sure the board votes to acquire Infinity Ltd.
That blasted tech. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened.
We saw firsthand how dangerous that tech is. It should never go to market.
You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that way. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd., we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause.
No, the acquisition's worth of work. I know your team can handle it.
I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd. is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Alrighty.
Don't cause any trouble.
No, I won't cause any trouble. Don't worry about it. Where are we going? Ah.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today.
Lyndon.
Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm happy to help.
Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd. Throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
Of course, if we can save the jobs of thousands of people, we should do it.
Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part.
Now we're using manipulation. We'd be getting employees on Infinity's cheaper salary numbers.
This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation?
We caught them all, so I'd say it was a success.
Any insight into what made it successful?
Masako remained cool, stuck to the plan. Prematurely releasing this information would only cause panic.
I agree. Should Masako had informed us too early, we may have all turned on each other. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
Oh yeah. Internal neuroamp. Tech like that is dangerous, should be banned.
It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one. Hence the added motivation that will bolster sales.
No, and when a rival discovers how to override it, we'll have pure chaos on our hands. No.
I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point. Our competition has yet to truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
All right, London. Thank you, buddy. One more. That's it? I guess that's it. Dalton. All right.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Our intention to purchase Infinity Ltd will put the employees' minds at ease.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with.
Ooh.
Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Imogene was just another victim. Laura set her up.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so.
Nope.
This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
You're going away for a long time.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up?
Mm-hmm. Work on the internal neuroamp needs to be shelved.
The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
The internal neuroamp is basically a mind control device. It should be banned.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth?
No.
None? This concludes our order of business for today.
Alrighty.
At least if you're here, you're not screwing up out there.
Jesus. Misako?
I'm glad we're making an effort in our...
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated.
Nope. Maybe now you see why the internal neuroamp is dangerous.
A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin.
If that's your way of saying thank you, you're welcome.
I suppose it is. Gratitude isn't something you typically hear these days in the corporate world. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time.
Yeah. It's nothing. Nothing I'm not used to.
Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done.
What,
and
like
I'm
5
promoting you
million?
to senior operative. You've more than earned it.
Thank you.
It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Imaging. Right? Well, I guess that's it. Oh, no, talk to Imogene.
They know how to make a client feel welcome.
Oh, whoops, wrong way. We're pretty much out of time, so we should probably shelve it there. Thanks for joining the adventures of Lars Gagner in Starfield. Stay tuned for updated schedule of episodes and activities and games. Take care of yourselves, and if you can, please take care of someone else. Wish you the best in 2025. So just an updated schedule here for Lars Gagner Linux Gaming. I changed the background. Skyrim's been really popular, Lorem in particular, right? So We're going to roll with a thrice daily schedule for now, while I do have some time on my hands with the holidays. Mornings will be Lorem 3. We just started that up again with a new character now that Lorem 3 released on Christmas Day. Starfield, our main Starfield with Lars Gagner. And then afternoons is our modded Starfield with Red Gagner. And then some fresh classic. And evenings, fresh hardcore. So that's hardcore as in you die, you're dead, which happened already once in this set of playthroughs. And probably throw back in some Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. We'll see how that goes. I'm not entirely sure of RDR 1 and 2. We'll see how that goes. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving us great comments. And take care of yourselves. If you can, please take care of somebody else.